Good Monday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather update for this February the 10th, 2014. Lots to talk about, and once again, this has been an evolving forecast, and unfortunately, it's still going to be an evolving forecast as we go into tonight, tomorrow, and into the next 72 hours, it looks like, as this is a long-duration event, but thankfully, it's going to have some high impacts, but thankfully, it's not going to be a long-duration impact forecast, but in the short term, yes, it's going to have some significant impacts here across eastern North Carolina. So let's give you our current thoughts, think about where we're going here over the next couple of days, and there's a lot of changing back and forth as we've told you the last couple of days of what's going to happen as far as the precipitation type is concerned, so we'll kind of delve into that as well. Alright, let's start off with the basics, and several different things going on here across eastern North Carolina. The pink shaded, that is a winter storm warning that is in effect for Duplin, Onslow, Jones, Lenoir, Craven, Pamlico, Carteret, and Pender counties, also back into southeastern North Carolina. That is in effect starting tomorrow. And to give you an idea, there are different criteria to go along with these watches, warnings, and advisories. A winter storm warning means that there is the potential for at least 2 to 4 inches of sleet and snow accumulation, possibly upwards of a quarter inch of ice is possible along with this as well. Winter weather advisory. The difference with that is that we're looking for the potential for 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, I think more so in the 1 to 2 inch range, but also the potential for ice upwards of 1/10 of an inch. And a winter storm watch means within the next 36 hours there could be winter storm-like conditions that could warrant a winter storm warning. A lot of people were asking earlier on today why wasn't Pitt County, Greene County, and Martin County, and some of the outlying counties as well, why weren't they underneath a winter storm watch? Well, the reasoning why was timing, for one, and two, they didn't think that there was going to be a winter storm look for those counties. Now that's why we have a winter weather advisory rather than a winter storm warning for, say, Pitt, Martin, Beaufort, also for Washington, Tyrrell, Dare, and Hyde counties, also Lenoir County. Like I said, winter storm watch, that could be upgraded to a winter storm warning, or it could be downgraded to a winter weather advisory, but I think that that's going to be a winter storm warning. I'll detail that here in just a minute. Alright, so there's our frontal boundary. It is now pushing offshore. We've got light precipitation working its way through the area. It is dissipating slightly as it's moving through the region. A little disturbance, a little ripple in the upper level atmosphere is now pushing through the region. We've gotten several reports of snow and sleet right along the Highway 64 corridor. There's now moderate drizzle, moderate mist falling right now in Rocky Mount. Light snow being reported back over into Vance County, and now we've got a light drizzle as far south as Warsaw, and also into Sampson County, and also into Wayne County. Now looking at the wide range of this, you've got one area of low pressure pushing offshore. The second one is now developing down towards the south, but in the meantime, we're going to have another disturbance. This is disturbance number 2 down here in the Gulf of Mexico. Disturbance number 3 is back over into Oklahoma. That is going to be the kicker as we head into Wednesday. But this first one is the one that we're going to be watching going into tonight and into tomorrow as well. Current temperatures across eastern North Carolina into the 30s, most of them above freezing. 32 is the only freezing spot right now in in eastern North Carolina at Elizabeth City. 34 Hosky and Columbia. 36 Greenville. 39 for Kinston. 39 also as you head down towards Jacksonville, and the current number at Kenansville is 40 degrees. Now let's look at the impact forecast. We've been showing this the last couple of days, and this, I think, tells a decent story on where we're going over the next 48 hours or so. Tonight, there will be a chance for a mixed bag tonight, north to south, and that's with that little disturbance that's working its way through the region. And looking at the latest radar update, it looks like we're getting some light snows possibly into Bertie County, also back over into Washington County, right along that Highway 64 corridor. It is pushing slowly to the east-southeast. Best chances overnight, as that little disturbance works its way down towards the south, we could see a changeover to snow down to the south, mainly south of US 70. So overnight chances are better as you head further down towards the south. Tuesday, the mixed bag starts down south. Likely will start off with snow and then eventually transitioning over to sleet, freezing rain, and the whole gamut. And as that will be moving northward as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. There will be a possible lull in the activity through the overnight hours. We've given it the red light, so just hold caution there. Just kind of stay where you, if you can, stay where you are. and that will likely continue through the overnight hours of Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. Whole gamut, sleet, snow, freezing rain in the morning, and then transitioning over to all rain. A cold, chilly rain with likely some sleet and snow trying to intermingle in that as well. Here's our latest thinking. This is total snow and sleet accumulation. We're thinking around an inch to the north, up north of, say, the Highway 64 corridor, pretty much, with the exception of maybe Williamston. You're gonna be straddling the line there. 1 to 2 inches of snow sleet accumulation from Kinston to Goldsboro, Greenville, Washington, Swan Quarter, Columbia. Also from Jacksonville Point southward down towards Carteret County. Then there's gonna be a sweet spot later on tonight and going into tomorrow, from Kenansville, just north of Jacksonville, through Jones County, maybe southern Lenoir, Craven, northern Pamlico, southern Beaufort County. They could see 2 to 4 inches of snow and sleet. Not just snow. And this is why we're saying snow and sleet, because there's going to be that continuing changing of the forecast. Looking at the ice probabilities here, we're thinking upwards of maybe 1/10 of an inch in the Greenville Metro, down towards Kinston and Kenansville. 1/10 to maybe even 2/10 of an inch as you head further down to the south. That includes New Bern, Jacksonville, Morehead City. Out along the inner banks, you're not going to see as much, and the reasoning why is because the freezing rain is going to be shunted off towards the north and west away from you, but there will be the chance for maybe some sleet and some freezing rain during the early portions of this, likely probably on a Tuesday night into Wednesday. But don't expect a whole lot of ice accumulation as you head towards the inner banks, but you will turn over to an all rain fairly quickly as we head into Wednesday. And kind of giving the uncertainty in this, once again, we've been talking about this as well. Certain that an event's going to happen, but we're uncertain because of the P-type issues, the different precipitation types. Why? There's that warm nose that we've been talking about that's going to bisect the area, basically lay itself right across eastern North Carolina. The amount of warm air and its intrusion northward will be challenging and has been challenging. Eventually, the surface temperatures will turn warmer as we get Atlantic air coming off of the ocean. That will warm our temperatures up, and that's why we'll go over to a plain rain. Here's why we're thinking there's still some uncertainty. There's a couple low tracks that we're watching as well. The main one that we're focusing in on is the yellow one, right down the middle. That's the one that the models have kind of locked in on at this point. The current track, most likely, wintry mess, all gamut, the whole gamut, snow, sleet, freezing rain, and then eventually all over to rain. Least likely an all-rain event, but there is some indication that could happen, but I think it's not going to be, that's the least likely. It is still possible, low-end possibility, that this thing tracks further off towards the east. If that happens, then we turn to all wintry setup and things get a little bit more interesting, a little bit more dicey heading in towards the next couple of days. I don't think that that's going to be a prevalent idea. I think the current track is holding, and we're going to hold to that wintry mess across eastern North Carolina. Here's our other thoughts. Winter storm warning. This is where we're seeing areas mainly along and south of US 70. Total sleet and snow and sleet accumulations 2 to 4 inches, with the exception of down east areas. That's likely going to be the 1 to 2 inch range. Ice accumulations, that's where you come into the winter storm warning, is the potential for maybe a 2/10 of an inch of ice accumulating. On average, about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of ice accumulating. Kind of the breakdown. Tonight, starting off with some light snow, sleet, and possibly some freezing drizzle as this disturbance works its way down towards the south. Tuesday, starting off with sleet and freezing rain, then transitioning over to snow and sleet by the latter half of the morning and into the afternoon hours. Tuesday night, it will be a snow turning to freezing rain event. Then on Wednesday, sleet and freezing rain transitioning over to sleet and rain by the afternoon hours. And likely for the southern areas, you're going to see the rain start to come into play maybe as early as Wednesday morning. Then we look at the winter weather advisory area that's along and north of US 70. 1 to 2 inches of snow sleet accumulations. Total ice accumulations somewhere around 1/10. Tonight, light snow, sleet, and freezing drizzle. Tomorrow, sleet and freezing rain will transition over to snow and sleet by the afternoon and evening hours. Tuesday night, snow to freezing rain. Then Wednesday, sleet, freezing rain to sleet and rain as the warm air pushes inland. Then we get into the potential for snow showers on the back edge of this. As this thing lifts out, there's going to be some wraparound moisture with some cold air in place. and we could actually have another round of snow showers on the back edge of this. So in all, we've got a literal mess across eastern North Carolina. It doesn't matter where you are. I think the main story to talk about here is the societal impacts that this will have, not necessarily the amounts, but more so the impacts that it will have on your daily life, and it's going to be quite disruptive. This is going to be a mess across eastern North Carolina. After that, thankfully, things start to warm up, and once again, we kept a chance for a rain-snow mix on Thursday morning. As the low lifts out, temperatures do rebound back into the 50s and back into the 50s by the weekend. As finally some warmer air pushes into the region, there could be a couple of light rain showers on Friday and also on Sunday and Monday. But overall, things are looking a little bit calmer. But in the meantime, our main weather story are these waves of wintry weather that will be affecting us through Tuesday, Wednesday, and even portions of the area on Thursday. And now I want to show you this, and this is our precision forecast model showing the same thing I'm kind of thinking right now and what we're thinking here at Storm Team 9. That first wave pushes down towards the south. Could be a quick dusting in some of our southern areas because of the fact that once things start to go, they're kind of unzip fairly quickly. 7 a.m. in the morning, you see the snow and the freezing rain down towards the south. It will work inland as we head through the afternoon hours. And you see that kind of straddling line towards Greenville. We'll say that it gets up towards, say, the Highway 264 corridor by the time we head towards Tuesday. Another reason why our northern areas are just underneath a winter weather advisory, and also for our extreme northeastern counties, why you're not under anything right now, because you're not going to see anything until later on. And to be honest with you, those northeastern counties may miss out the boat completely. Then we go into Tuesday night, you see the progression back down towards the south. That's the lull that we're talking about as the first wave pushes offshore. The second wave is on the way, and that comes into play as we head through the overnight hours of Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. That's going to do it for me here on the ENC Weather Update. Stay up to date with us. Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com, our brand new Storm Team 9 app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It is free for download, quick and easy. And also you can see the radar, see where things are going for your neck of the woods. And also, another thing I'm going to push, MPing. If you have a smartphone, you can download the MPing app, and you can actually tell us what you're seeing, and we see those reports right here in the Storm Team 9 Forecast Center. Also, stay up to date with us on the television side. Chief Meteorologist David Sawyer will be in this evening, Dante Jones in tomorrow morning. I'm going to be here also, keeping you guys updated. Next update here, we'll have another update here by tomorrow evening to update the situation. And obviously, we'll be on Facebook and Twitter to also keep you updated there as well. Have a great rest of your evening, a safe day tomorrow, and hopefully a great weather week ahead. But unfortunately, just the weather not cooperating with us this go around.